Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we're going to talk about how to use first impressions to your advantage. Now, we all know that first impressions matter, but there's a few things that I want you to know first. Number one is, although they matter, don't let them stop you. Now, judgment is a terrible thing that everybody struggles with. And what it does is it ends up stopping people from even starting things or not doing things that they truly want to do. Now, I think that's the most important. Once you understand that somebody's opinion of you doesn't matter and you don't let it affect you internally, make you feel good or bad about yourself, then I think you can start to use it to your advantage. Now, with step two, once you understand and you have the ability to recognize that first impressions do matter, and it does matter to people, and they will think of you differently based on that, but you understand also you're not going to let it affect you internally, then you're able to do things that make other people feel more comfortable with you. Now, some examples I have is the very first time I wore a suit in my real estate office. I wasn't licensed at the time, but my broker actually walked up to me. He introduced himself to me and started talking to me. Now, I had been in the office a couple of times. Like I said, my brother is a real estate agent, and he had seen me before, but he had never walked up and introduced himself. But the first day that I was in a suit, he did. Why is that? Well, clearly, it's because when you're in a suit, right, it's perceived that you're more professional, right? Your business, right? You're more serious about your job. So if you're the broker in this case, right? You're walking up to me because you're like, all right, well, I want this person to work, in my office, so to speak, right? Now, this not only works professionally, I think we all understand that, when you go to an interview, you wear dress clothes and that kind of thing, so we understand it works there. But it also works on a personal level, too. So, I wore a dress to a nightclub. And just in case you think that that's a lie, I'll show you the video. Now, by wearing the dress, I knew that it would make girls feel more comfortable. Now, maybe some of the reason why is they might assume that because I'm wearing a dress that I'm gay, which again, going back to step one, their opinion of me does not matter. So it's why I'm able to wear the dress and feel comfortable with myself, because I don't care about the opinions of other people. Now, that night, while wearing the dress, I probably had about 20 girls, roughly, give or take a few, dancing with me. Now, usually when I go out to a nightclub and I'm wearing dress clothes, maybe you get one to dance with you, maybe. So that's a huge difference, right? Now, because I was wearing the dress, they were under the impression that I was gay, which made them feel more comfortable walking up and approaching me and then just dancing with me. Now, you could ask my friends, I did nothing differently, right? When I go to a nightclub, I am there to dance because that's something that I enjoy doing. So I was literally in the dress just dancing like you saw in the video. And I would just have girls walk up, they would see that I'm wearing a dress, and they would be like, hey, and then we would just start dancing. I didn't have to talk to them. I didn't have to look at them and hope they look back at me. There was none of that. It was literally just, she saw me, we started dancing. Now, again, that has to do with, like I said, the first impression, right? Whereas when you're in a suit, it's a nightclub, right? So the general thought process there is you're just there to hook up. And, so a lot of times people are hesitant, girls are hesitant to want to dance with a guy because, every guy's there is looking to hook up. So if that's the thought process of a lot of girls, and it is a nightclub, that's kind of the scene there. When I'm in a dress, I am no longer, and this is the way I tell it to my friends, I am no longer a threat, right? And I say it in a joking way, right? When I'm in my dress, I'm no longer a threat. I'm not someone who's looking to hook up. So at that point, their impression of me has changed, which makes it easier for them to want to dance. People may see me, both guys and girls, may see me in the dress and laugh and be like, what the hell is this dude doing? I'm the one that's really laughing because I know what I'm doing. I know that by wearing the dress, it makes girls more comfortable with me. And then at the end of the day, I get to dance with 20 girls, so that's awesome for me, and I get to dance and have fun. It's actually funny, in the video that you saw, as soon as I walked on the dance floor, everybody just like got out of my way. It was literally just like a circle around me. Everyone had their phones out, and they were recording me for like 15 minutes while I was just dancing. And then, like, after like 15 minutes, I started sweating. So then I was just like, I told my friends, I'm like, come on, guys, start dancing. So I thought it was pretty cool. You know, obviously, that is an extreme case, right? A lot of you out there who have social anxiety and that kind of thing, it's a very difficult thing to put yourself into, right? Because at that point, I had all eyes on me. Like I said, everyone cleared out of the dance floor just to look at me and to record me. So again, you know, you have to really understand that first concept, which is it doesn't matter who you're talking about. My mom, my brothers, sisters, family members, you know, friends, coworkers. Nobody's opinion of me matters more than my opinion of myself. And if somebody thinks negatively or positively of me, because a lot of people think it's just negative, but you have to get to a place where it's really neither. If somebody says something positive or negative, you don't really let it get to you too much, right? Because if you hear too many positive things, then you'll feel that you're better than you are. But when you understand that nobody's opinion of you matters, and as long as, like I say in a previous video, right, as long as I'm not hurting myself or others, and I'm just making a decision for me that I want to be doing, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter what someone else's opinion. And I believe it's difficult to do something like that, like wear a dress at a nightclub, unless you completely understand that their opinion of you does not matter. And you know that by wearing the dress, it's going to make the girls more comfortable with you, right? So it's going to make the night more fun, and it'll be a better night. But again, if you're sitting there, right, contemplating wearing the dress, and then you say, oh no, people are going to laugh at me, they're going to say I'm stupid, and all this negative thoughts, you're not going to wear the dress, right? Because you're in your head about how others will perceive you. And at the end of the day, some people will laugh and make fun of you, right? Most people won't say anything. It won't even bother them. I actually had a lot of people wanted to take pictures with me, so it was the opposite, right? They actually enjoyed the fact that I was wearing a dress. But again, whether, like I said, it's positive or negative, you can't let it affect you. And again, I just want to leave you with it. Even though we live in a world where first impressions matter, right? If I was going to do a listing presentation for $1 million home and I drove up, you know, in as not nice a car, and if I was in, you know, if I was wearing a jersey with a baseball cap on, right, and shorts, before I even start the listing presentation, the person is already going to think negatively of me because of what I'm wearing. So we live in a world where first impressions do matter. But again, when you're able to understand that people's opinion of you doesn't matter, but you understand that this is the world we live in and first impressions do matter, so you're able to then not let it affect you mentally, but you're still able to recognize and understand that if you put yourself in positions that make others feel comfortable with you, you will be able to, I guess, succeed more, whether it's personally or professionally. Again, that's the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit the like button. And please subscribe. And thank you guys so much again. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Have a good one.